Hey guys, it's Carl Brown, guitarist365.com. Today we're going to take a look at the guitar solo for More Than a Feeling by Boston. Now, just fair warning, there's a harmonized part in there. You know, it's a Boston solo, so he's got tons of that. We're only going to learn pretty much the main part that's in the mix at all times, not the little harmony. So sometimes that's a high line, sometimes that's a low line. For the most part, it's the low line that's higher. And then at the very end, the high part comes in, so we're going to do that harmony part. So they're going to switch between the two to make it sound the most like the album that we can without having to have two guitars. All right, so we're going to start here at the 2nd fret on the B string up to the 3rd, then the 5th, and then the 7th. Now from there, he's going to spend most of his time here in the 5th position, which actually makes it a little bit more difficult to play how he fingers the thing. It's easier to kind of come up here a little bit up to the 7th position. I think he probably does it for the tone of using the, the B string a lot here. I think that's what he's going for. That's why he chose to kind of play it there, even though it was a little bit more difficult, I think. But so we're going to play it like he does. All right, so we're going to do this. So we have so that's basically picking 7 and 8. Then you do a quick hammer on, pull off between 7 and 8, pull off down to the 5, and then to the 7th fret on the G. You can pick that 5 actually, it sounds pretty good. And then a whole step bend at the 8th fret on the B string. All right, just make sure you get that bend in tune. And the next phrase sounds like this. All right, so that's just 7th fret on the G, then 8-7 on the B string. Then a hammer-on pull off from 5 to 7, back to 5. Over to 7 on the G again, back to the 5th fret on the B string. All together. And after you do that 5th fret here on the B, hammer onto the 7th fret and hold that. All right, so basically then we're going to start, it's going to start here on the, this next phrase sounds like this. I'll just play it real quick. All right, so that's starting here on the 3rd string here, the 7th fret again. Now that's the same like we did earlier. Basically the first time through the pattern. We did that hammer pull 7 to 8, pick 5, and 7 on the G string. Different ending this time though. We have a whole step bend and release at the 9th fret on the G string, followed by 7, 6, and then 7 on the D string. All right, then we have this. So that's 7, 8 on the B string. Then the 7 on the G string again. And that was that same lick again. That, well, after you play the 7, 8, the hammer pull 7, 8, then 5, and the 7th fret on the G string, up to a whole step bend at the 10th fret on the B string. All right, so it's just to keep everything together. Let's play it slow all the way through. All right, from there we do this. So we are actually in a different position here, which is good, an easier way to play it. 10, 8, then hammer on, pull off 7, 8, and back to 7. To the 9th fret on the G, back to the 7th. All right, then we go to a phrase we did earlier. We're actually going to hold instead of hammering on that 7th fret like we did before. That's how we did it earlier. This time we're just going to go. Just hold on that 5 without hammering on the 7. And you're going to end it like this. Alright, so that's a slide from 7 up to 11 on the G string. Then you're going to hammer on to 11 from the 9, pull back off to 9. Over to 12 on the D, to 11 on the D, back to 12. And now this part is when we're actually going to jump up and grab the high harmony, since that was higher in the mix here at the very end. That's a quick hammer on and pull off. The 14th fret here on the B string, hammer on that 15 and pull back off to the 14. Then you grab the 16th fret on the G string, then a whole step bend at the 17th fret. All right, and that's the end of the solo. They do just do a kind of a G, D, E minor 7, D, thing at the very end of it to go back into the song. All right, so that's it's a classic solo, but once again, there's harmonies in there that, unless you got a buddy that can play along with you, that you're not going to be able to do. But I think it sounds great. There's one guitar just kind of hanging in the lower harmony part and then grabbing that upper harmony at the very end. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll have another solo soon for guitarlessons365.com. Bye-bye.